Just got an email from Google AdSense. Thank you for your interest in our AdSense. After reviewing your application, our specialist found that it does not meet our requirements. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Disclaimer, we are not professionals. We are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence and enjoy the video.
Hashtag still not monetized on YouTube. Let's go. If anybody's out there that has any connections with YouTube, let them know to monetize us because they will not accept us no matter what we do.
Yes,
but we
sir.
have these Star Wars comics dropping here tomorrow. I'm hyped about it. And they have changed the price. This is the first comic ever released by Veve that's going to be over the $6.99 price tag. And how much is it going to be? How much is it going to be? It's going to be 15 even. It's not even a $14.99. It's going to go straight to the 15, which for a marketing technique makes it look more valuable. So the total edition is going to be sitting at 44,219, which it usually has 30,000. That's like the basic Veve comic. And the secret rare, which is the thing that stood out to me the most, which is going to be sitting at 1,977 editions of this comic. So usually for the 30,000 mint comics, the secret rare has 600. So what are you thinking about this for aftermarket? Because I mean, it has triple the amounts of mints for the secret rare. And look how close that is to the ultra rare. The ultra rare has 2,500 and the secret rare almost has 2,000. So it's going to be quite strange in the aftermarket. And I'm kind of hyped because I do want this to be a cheaper price because I'm thinking about picking up the secret rare aftermarket. But we do have to be careful, which we'll get into in just a second. But what are you thinking about the mints and the price being the first comic at 15 gems?
I mean, overall, I'm not, super hyped that they increased the price, but I do think that it's okay considering this is the Star Wars #1 comic. I think there's a bunch of hype. I don't think it'll cause people to not buy this. I still think this is going to sell out instantly. Definitely. And in terms of the mints, also not super hype about that just because I would like something a little more rare, but I think it's cool that the secret rare has as many mints as the year this was released and stuff. I think that's cool. And I definitely think we'll see the price influenced by those mints. And this is really hard to predict just because there's so much hype for the Star Wars, I feel like, but so many mints for this that I'm not really sure where this is going to be sitting. What are you thinking?
Yeah, so since, Star Wars comics aren't crazy valuable. Just looking at the Go Collect, we can see that the 9.6 is sitting at $1,100. And that is not a crazy number, but there are a high amount of sales. And comparing this to a Marvel Comics #1 and anything, I don't think it's going to compete, obviously. Yeah. But a lot of users that were never comic collectors before are now comic collectors because of Veve. They're not actually collecting. Some of them are collecting physical comics in the real world, but I'm saying people like me, people like you, we were never collecting comics before, and we're not collecting physical comics as of now, at least. Maybe something will spark our interest in the future, but something like this Star Wars #1 stands out to me. And this is something that I would actually consider collecting because I really like Star Wars and I have been waiting for this comic for a long time. I think a lot of people are in the same boat. Yeah. I don't think the Go Collect matters a crazy amount as compared to some of these other comics that we feature the Go Collect as the top tier thing. That's the only thing that matters. I think a lot of people are going to be nostalgic about this. I think a lot of people are going to want it, but for prices aftermarket, I'm thinking the common is going to be sitting 25, 30 gems around that area because I definitely don't think it's going to be sitting below 15 gems by the end of the day, but there is a problem. If we go over to Brock McBlockchain's tweet, we can say, if you are banned on secondary, it's because it's a marketplace, not a library. You buy or just go, right, Reverend Alex? So he's saying this because they ended up fixing that problem, which we were talking about in yesterday's video of how if you were trying to buy a Walt and you clicked buy now, somebody already had that order reserved. And that wasn't just for the very floor. That was for all of Walt's. I was clicking wallets above 100,000 gems and they were still reserved. So I'm almost certain somebody was buying the whole Walt collection, which was up on the market at that time, but looks like they have resolved that. And if you reserve collectibles more than once, you'll actually get temporarily banned for 24 hours. So a lot of people are getting temporarily banned for 24 hours because they were trying to do the same thing. So now those people are locked out of the market for 24 hours. And I'm not sure if it's just secondary or if they can't go for the primary comic drop for Star Wars. But the thing is, even if they can go for the primary drop on Star Wars and maybe they can sell it, they can't buy on the secondary because it's not going to be 24 hours yet, probably. So this could be a stacking opportunity for some people tomorrow, especially if they can list and they can't buy it. But the thing is, if a small group of people is buying the same comic, it could get pretty inflated and then we'll have to come down once the next Star Wars drop comes. So definitely be careful, Mark, because there is the problem of that. And maybe it'll get resolved and maybe it'll get reset tomorrow, because I mean, a lot of people are getting temporarily banned if they mean to or not. Because I mean, I was tempted to go in and just try to check it. And then I was like, I don't even want to do that because I don't want to get banned just from just trying it out. But I think a lot of people are probably in that same boat. And definitely be careful tomorrow, because this is going to be a pretty sought after comic. We have to figure out what's dropping this weekend. I think if a Star Wars drop happens this weekend, it's going to take away from the comic for sure. But if there is a Doctor Strange drop this weekend for a collectible, they don't say anything about a Star Wars collectible coming this weekend, then I think this comic is going to pump to 40s, 50s for the common, just because people are expecting maybe this is the only Star Wars dropping in May. For speculation purposes, I do not think this is the only Star Wars drop happening in May, and definitely buy accordingly, because you don't want to buy this comic thinking, oh, this is the only Star Wars thing dropping the next month, because we haven't had one since the golden moments. So definitely keep that in mind, because I saw a lot of people talking about, oh, I'm going to stack as many as I possibly can tomorrow and stuff. Just be very careful about that.
Yeah, don't get all your eggs in one basket here.
Definitely don't get all of your eggs in one basket. But I do want to pick up this comic for sure tomorrow, and I'm hoping to maybe even snag a secret rare, ultra rare. I love the ultra rare as well. Which one's your favorite out of these?
I can't really choose. I mean, these are my favorite black and white covers. I'm not sure if it's like because it's a slightly different style or what, but I'm loving all of these. So I'd be fine with anything. And I'm definitely going for the drop. I mean, I've been kind of telling like my friends who have the app too, like which drops I think are best to go for and have potential for profit and stuff. And I was telling them about this one, because I think this is a really good opportunity, like Carter's been saying. So
yes, sir. I'm texting my friends tomorrow before the drop, and I'm going to tell all of them to go for it, because I think this is a good opportunity to go for a comic. And the fact that they made this a 15 gem list price means a lot of bots aren't going to be going for it. As many bots aren't going to be going for it, because if it was 7 gems, bots would be going crazy on this drop, and it makes it so bots won't go as hard on this drop, which I'm actually hyped for, because I do want to get this on drop, and I'm really hoping I do get it, but I'm assuming we do, since it is a 44,000 edition instead of a 30,000 edition. Lastly, let's just look at the top gainers and top losers, because I haven't looked at this in a while, and I'm actually pretty curious. So what is gaining during this little dip we're having? We got a Kripken from season 1 up 31%. Bubbles, woo!
Let's go.
My girl Bubbles up to 4,099. I saw her sitting at 2,999 last night. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like somebody bought that one today. We have the Sparkin Labbit up 26%, Specimen up 21%, Jade Dragon 21%, and the partner statue up to almost 12 grand. So that was sitting at what, 8,900, right? Yep, 8,900, and it is up to almost 12 grand again. So they finally fixed that problem, and I think that's probably why a lot of people kept listing lower, because their things weren't selling. Oh my gosh.
No, not easy.
Yeah, he's hurting right now. For the top loser of the day, we have one down 48%, which is the Ghost Bear White. We have the Ghost Bear Blue down 44%. We have Deadpool Ugly Sweater down 28%. John F. Walker down 23%. Sam Wilson down 22%. Those are 2 Marvel Mighties. Yeah. We have the one from the Pilly Fantasy down 20%, and Kingo down 19%. Lastly, Valdo's case. I have not looked at Valdo's case in a long time. I didn't even realize what price was at. $22.
Goodness.
That was up there in like the 150s and stuff, but that is animated. It's pretty cool. Animated. I mean, it's 22 gems. I don't know if there's going to be anything coming to it. I wonder if they will add some sort of utility with it, because I do think it's really cool, and they did spend some time on it. So that's definitely possible. And then lastly, let's look at the Finn. Finn's down to $47, the second ever drop on BV, first Cartoon Network drop ever released as an NFT. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment down below if you guys are going to be going for the Star Wars drop in the aftermarket. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit the bell and the icon next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified whenever we post. This is Veve Vision, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go, homies, let's go, homie homies, let's go.